Police in Greater Jakarta are probing the abduction and killing of bank officer Muhammad Ilham Pradipta. His body was discovered in Serang Baru, Bekasi on August 21, 2025. Four suspects are in custody as a manhunt continues for the alleged executor and anyone who ordered the crime. North Jakarta District Court convicted actress Putri Iklima Aprilia of defamation against lawyer Hotman Paris, handing a 6-month prison sentence suspended for 1 year plus ₱100 million fine. She avoids jail unless she breaks probation terms. PSMS Medan have confirmed two foreign signees, Korean center back Kim Jong-ho and Portuguese playmaker Vitor Barata, and are winning a foreign striker edition with names like Marco Simic and Philippe Coudenzi, circulating in local reports. No deal has been announced as the championship season nears kick-off. Good evening and welcome to SIP TV. Coming up next, we've prepared more compelling stories for you in tonight's edition of SIP News Highlight, August 22, 2025. I'm Navani Elizabeth Lingga. Stay with us only on SIP TV. Indonesian police are investigating the abduction and killing of Muhammad Ilham Pradipta, a head of a sub-branch in central Jakarta, whose body was found in a field in Serang Baru, Bekasi on Thursday morning, August 21, 2025. Four men have been arrested by Polda Metro Jaya, while the suspected executor remains at large and the motive is still under active inquiry.
Residents discovered the victim's body in a Kampung Karangsambo, Nagasari village, Serang Baru, Bekasi on Thursday morning. He was lying face down with his leg bound and eyes tied. He wore a brown batik shirt, cream trousers, and sport shoes. Police cite multiple injuries consistent with assault. A witness account placed the initial sighting around 5:30 a.m., while the local police report receiving discovery information at about 9:30 a.m. Investigators quickly linked the identity to a kidnapping report filed hours earlier in the East Jakarta. The victim, identified by several outlets as the Bank Rakyat Indonesia or BRI sub-branch head, had been abducted after shopping at the supermarket in Pasar Rebo, Ciracas on Wednesday, August 20. A joint team from the Metro Jaya Criminal Investigation Directorate arrested 4 men. 3 were detained at the house in Johor Baru, Central Jakarta. 1 was intercepted at the NTT airport during an attempted flight. Police say early interrogation indicates the suspect acted on instruction from the identified party. The alleged executor remains at large. The body was taken to the National Police Hospital, RS4 in Kramat Jati for autopsy as a part of the ongoing homicide probe. Police have not disclosed a definitive motive, saying inquiries are ongoing.
We move next to the development package, the timeline from abduction to recovery, what investigators have confirmed so far, and how the case is widening to include possible masterminds. We also examine the bank's response and the security questions the case raises for financial sector staff who routinely handle sensitive transactions and data.
Police say Ilham was seized in the parking area of the Pasar Rebo supermarket on Wednesday afternoon, August 20. This occurred shortly after a work meeting with colleagues. CCTV obtained by investigators show him walk toward his car in a brown batik shirt. Suspect appeared to have waited in a vehicle positioned next to his. By early Thursday, August 21, residents in Serang Baru found a body matching his description. Officers in Bekasi then coordinated with the East Jakarta detective to match the remains to the kidnapping report. The Metro Jaya Police Rescue Mob Unit led arrest later on Thursday. The Metro Jaya Police Rescue Mob Unit led arrest later on Thursday. 3 men were picked up in Johor Baru, Central Jakarta. Another was detained upon arrival in the East Nusa Tenggara, suggesting an attempt to flee. Authorities say initial statements from the detainees indicate they acted under orders. Investigators are now pursuing potential masterminds. The suspect, a curator, is still being hunted. Media coverage has identified the victim as a sub-branch head at BRI's Cempaka Putih office. BRI is atop the management has publicly expressed condolences, a pledged cooperation with the law enforcement. While speculation has swirled about the job-related or personal motives, police stress the motive remains undetermined, pending forensic results, digital forensic, and additional integrations. Legacy: the case is likely to involve articles on the kidnapping and murder under Indonesia's criminal code. Investigators are also assessing aggravating factors, including premeditation, restraints, and disposal of the victim's body. Results of the autopsy at RS Polri and analysis of communications between suspects are expected to guide the next round of arrest and charging decisions.
At this hour, 4 suspects are in custody in Polda Metro Jaya. The alleged executor is still at large, and autopsy and forensic work are underway at RS Polri Kramat Jati. Investigators are tracing command and control links as they test motive theories against physical and digital evidence. The next checkpoints, the manhunt's outcome, confirmed charge, and any identifications of a mastermind. On Thursday, August 21, 2025, the North Jakarta District Court found Iklima Kim guilty of online defamation, sentencing her to 6 months in prison with a 1-year probation period and a 100 million rupiah fine, convertible to 2 months detention or if unpaid. The case stems from 2022 allegations publicized against Hotman Paris.
Presiding Judge Sophie Marlianti Tambunan read the verdict at the North Jakarta District Court. The judge stated that the defendant could intentionally transmitted and or made accessible electronic information containing insult or defamation. The court therefore found the defendant guilty. The panel imposed 6 months imprisonment, suspended for 1 year, allow 100 million fine or 2 months substitute detention if unpaid. The court said aggravating factors include harm to the victim's reputation and dignity. Mitigating factors included polite conduct and the court expressed remorse and family responsibilities. The conviction follows a series of hearings connected to the statement made in 2022. At the time, the defendant and the land lawyer Rasman Arif Nasution publicly alleged misconduct by senior lawyer Hotman Paris.
Replik yang mereka sampaikan itu sama sekali
prosecutors had earlier pursued a parallel case against Rasman. They sought 2 years imprisonment and 200 million fine under Indonesia's Electronic Information and Transaction Law. In conjunction with the article, this case remained before the state court on the separate docket. Background fillings indicate the ITA provisions commonly used in online defamation prosecutions form part of the charge facing both defendants. Earlier, the judicial materials also reference Criminal Code Article 311 on libel.
bertentangan dengan fakta persidangan.
After today's ruling, local coverage reported that the defense is considering an appeal. If formally lodged within the statutory period, the appeal would post execution of the sentence pending appellate review.
As of Thursday night, the verdict against Iklima is effective at first instance. 6 months imprisonment, suspended for 1 year with a 100 million rupiah fine or 2 months substitute detention. Any appeal would shift the case to the High Court, while the separate proceeding against Rasman continues with a prior 2-year sentencing demand. On record, next signals notice of appeal from the defense, the prosecutor stands and scheduling in both dockets. Hello viewers, stay with us on SIP News Highlight as we will back soon after this short break. You're still with me, Novani Elizabeth Lingga on SIP News Highlight. For those of you who are new to this show, you can also follow this morning's entire news series live on the official SIP TV YouTube channel. Well, continue with the news from Simalungun region. Anton Ahmad Saragih lamented that an internal dispute in Nagori Purwodadi has deprived residents of basic entitlements after village funds were not disbursed. He convened both sides at the region's residence on August 15 and directed to the Community Affairs Office and the Inspectorate to act under prevailing rules.
The disagreement pits Pangulu Suyanto against Maujana Chair Adi Albert. The dispute centers on planning, signatures, and personal moves in the village government. According to the Regency account, the vote dating back to 2024 led to the paperwork deadlock in 2025. This is turnstile the first stage disbursement of village funds. As a result, cash transfer and priority programs did not reach beneficiaries. At the meditation on Friday, August 11th, At a meditation on Friday, August 15th, officials say Stage 1 village funds amounting to the 60% could not be released. Only Stage 2 and 3, totally 40%, might still be pursued if compliance issues are resolved. The Regen's instruction the Dinas Perberdayakan Masyarakat dan Pemerintah Nagori and the Inspectorate to follow up if line with law and the restore service promptly. Quote, "If I am asked why funds don't flow, I am the one accountable," he said. Local media reports ensure the impact. Residents have missed BLT payments, village cadre support for security activities, stunting mitigation, and infrastructure works while the stalemate persists. The acting sub-district head, Pahot Haloman Siregar, said a peace attempt failed earlier. He warned both bodies to respect their legal remands under 2040 village law. Each side alleges rule breaches by the other. The Majuana claims the Pangulu sidling it from masters or village deliberations and rotated personnel without the due process. Meanwhile, the Pangulu says the Majuana refused to sign budget submissions and skipped a meeting, including over the proposed food security partner. The Regen closed the meeting urging about the lawyer Agustus and the prioritized residents' rights.
As of Thursday evening, August 21st, the PMPN and the Inspectorate are tasked to audit paperwork, enforce compliance, and salvage any remaining 2025 budget tranches for Purwodadi. Indicators towards a written corrective plan, renewed masters with full participation, and formal resubmission of funding documents. The earliest tangible signal will be confirmation that BLT and priority programs resume under a legally valid disbursement path. A North Sumatra TP-PKK delegation led by staff expert Titik Sugiharti Surya inspected multiple Toba sites on Thursday, August 21st, 2025, ahead of the inter-district evaluation. Staffs include villages in Sigumpar, Porsea, Balige, and Tampahan, plus Pamaksian Health Center for IFA screening. Local officials say that emphasis is continuous coaching, not trophies.
The monitoring covered 5 entities: Sigumpang village for tertib administrasi or administrative order, Silamosik 1 Porsea for PAAR, parenting for children and teens, Tumban Pia Timur Balik for UP2K or family income rising, Lintoni Huta Tampahan for Aku Hatinya PKK focuses on home garden and nutrition, and Parmakasian Health Center for EVA training. Reading a message from Provisions TPPKK, Syed Kahiyang Ayu, the delegation said the program is not merely about winning. They called for mentoring to continue through evaluation stage toward Indonesia 2045 goals. The session in Salamosik 1 was attended by Toba TPPKK Chair Astista Effendi Napitupulu and Regency leaders. At the UP2K stop in Lumban Paya Timur, the team met sub-district officials and community groups. The discussion highlights small business efforts under PKK guidance. Yeah. At the UP2K stop in Lumban Paya Timur, the team met district official and community groups. The discussion highlighting small business effort under PKK guidance. Local coverage notes that 2025 monitor focuses on district entering at least 4 categories. This they said will again research for broader impact. Deputy Regent Audi Murphy or Sitorus welcomed the visit. He urged village cadres to strengthen program amid youth behavior concerns. He also emphasized the need to keep improvements measurable across welfare, health, and household economy. The provincial schedule this week has also highlighted EAV screening advocacy across North Sumatra. The message underscored early detention's role in women's health. This was repeated in the parallel outreach events. While the Toba monitor is evaluative, official frame is as part of the year-round mentoring, rather than one of the competition.
As of Thursday night, the monitoring in Toba is complete, with assessors set to compile notes across the 5 entries and advise follow-ups for village administration, family income projects, home garden nutrition, parenting program, and IFA screening service. Near-term signals include written recommendation to each village and health center, timelines for corrective actions, and confirmation that coaching continues through the evaluation phase, irrespective of context and outcomes. On August 14, 2025, North Sumatra DPRD Chair Erni Arianti logged a defamation complaint against Deli Serdang Deputy DPRD Chair Hamadani Syaputra over remarks posted from an account bearing his name. Polda Sumut confirmed receipt and say its cyber unit is handling the case under standard procedure for public official.
Ernie's counsel said the report system from comments made by the Instagram account Hamdani Syahputra 1313 on the post showing Ernie's photo. The remarks were deemed to injure her honor and dignity. Counsel added that screenshots were submitted as evidence and that a complaint to Komnas Perempuan is being prepared. Polda Sumut spokesperson Kombes Ferry Valintukan said that matter has been received and is being handled by the Cyber Directorate. He noted investigators will apply the usual steps given that both parties are members of local legislatures. The police described the report as the defamation issues. No suspected excitation has been announced. Regional coverage records that the filing on the 30th August 14th, Cities Indonesian Electronic Information and Translation in Law, Articles 27 and 3 and Criminal Code Article 315, chief provisions are frequently invoked in the online insult defamation cases. Ernie reiterated that the filings aim to protect her rights as a woman, wife, and a mother, and to address that she called verbal harassment. Parallel reporting notes Golkar Party officials acknowledged the police filing. They indicate plan to summon both cadres for internal dialogue. Analysis and the party figures have argued their escalations while letting legal process run. Separate explainer it identified the Instagram account discourse that triggers the complaint as a commentary on Ernie's perceived political alignment. National outlets said the case file has been forwarded to cyber investigators. No hearing dates or compulsory questioning schedules have been publicly disclosed yet.
As of Thursday night, August 21st, police confirmed the complaint is active with the cyber unit. Investigators have yet to summon parties or determine a suspect. Immediate signals, formal clarification sessions for complaint and reported party, digital forensics on the archive comments, and any party-led mediation. Watch also for potential complaints to Komnas Perempuan and any party disciplinary steps should the dispute escalate publicly. Viewers, after this break, we will be back with more exciting news. Stay tuned. Thank you, viewers. You are still loyal with us on SIP News Highlight. For those of you who have just joined, you can also follow the entire series of news this morning live on the official SIP TV YouTube channel. We continue with news from ahead of the 2025-2026 championship. PSMS Medan have locked in 2 foreign recruits and left a forward slots available under League 2 rules. Club and league officials say that second tier, rebranded as the championship, starts in mid-September, with PSMS hosting Persikat Depok at North Sumatra Main Stadium.
PSMS Medan's roster build has accelerated. The club introduced South Korean defender Kim Jong-ho earlier this month. PSMS executive confirmed his arrival from the League system. Kim was named as the team's first foreign signing for the new campaign. On August 18, PSMS added Portuguese attacking midfielder Vitor Barata as Sporting CP Academy alumnus. Barata most recently features in Indonesian lower divisions and in Lebanon. He was presented via the club's official channels and joined full training in Deli Serdang. With 2 overseas slots filed, attention has now turned to a striker. Local coverage has linked PSMS with former Persija Jakarta forward Marco Simic. Head coach Kas Hartadi, however, said on 2 August he was unaware of any concrete move and kept target under wraps. Separately, Argentina forward Philippe Sadenazi is a free agent after leaving Defensor Sporting on 1 July. His availability remains open, but no official approach has been confirmed by PSMS. Lego policy maintains a hard cap of 3 foreign players in the championship this season, according to PCCI and Leisure Operator 1, Lego Communications. That leaves PSMS with 1 open slot, likely reserved for a center forward. The rebranded second tier, formerly Liga 2, begins in mid-September. PSMS are scheduled to open Group Barat at North Sumatra Main Stadium in Deli Serdang on Saturday, 13 September. They will then face away dates as PSPS and other clubs. Stadium use was greenlit by the North Sumatra government and PSSI officials in late July.
As of Thursday night, August 21st, PSMS have 2 foreigners registered and 1 overseas slot available, with a striker search ongoing. Immediate markers any club announcement on a center forward, registration with the league before the September window closes, and final pre-season friendlies ahead of the September 13 home opener. Watch league communication on foreign player caps and PSMS matchday list for confirmation of any late additions. Arsik is a signature Batak dish, golden, aromatic, and steeped in meaning. The preparation built on Batak aromatics such as andaliman Batak pepper and torch ginger, anchors communal meals and life cycle ceremonies across North Sumatra. Its role extends beyond cuisines, carrying prayers for prosperity and continuity.
In Batak household, arsik is more than spiced fish. It is a vessel of blessing. The dish appears at weddings and Thanksgiving rituals like Mangu Paupa. In these ceremonies, elders offer counsel a prayer for the couple's well-being. Fish is used as a tangible symbol of praise and fruitfulness. Flavor comes from 2 unmistakably Batak ingredients, andaliman and endemic pepper with the curiosity and numbling lips defines the profiles. While torkinger, known locally as kecomlang, it is fruit called asam cikala or patikala brings brick acidity to the braise. Shallots, garlic, turmeric, ginger, and chilies. Roan are the best. Historically, Arsik was prepared with ikan bata, an endemic fish of Laketoba. As stock decline, families readily adopt common crab or ikan mas without abandoning the ritual meaning of the dish. The substitution helped preserve the traditions while easing pressure on native species. Media and cultural references also record Arsik's formal recognition in heritage policy. Coverage in 2022 notes the dish had been registered in Indonesian Intangible Cultural Heritage List (WBTB) under the Ministry of Education and Culture. This listing highlights its safeguarding value for North Sumatra. Today, Arsik remains as barometer of identity across the Toba Highlands and this Apora community. Whether set on ceremonial trays beside rice and vegetables or served at modern gatherings, the dish connected generations through taste, memory, and shared symbolism. Ownership carrying both story and sustenance.
The culinary heritage around Arsik endures. Families keep the ritual, cooks adapt ingredients responsibly, and institution document its significance. The term signals to watch include local festivals and school programs featuring Batak cuisines, continuing media documentation and conservation messages around Lake Toba's endemic fish. These trends, practice, teaching, and stewardship will determine how this heirloom dish speaks to new generations without losing its core meaning. SIP News TV viewers, that concludes all the information we've presented for tonight's edition of SIP News Highlight. Thank you for staying with us. We'll continue to bring you to the latest and most reliable updates every day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and activate your YouTube notification so you won't miss any of our upcoming news. I'm Novani Elizabeth Lingga along with the entire news team signing off for tonight. See you in the next edition of SIP News Highlight.